TWN Podcast.
This your girl Smiley, and welcome to Smack Talk. We are running down everything from last night's episode of SmackDown. This is a TWN podcast bringing you wrestling content 6 days a week. You can get us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Podbean, YouTube, anywhere you can download podcasts, you can find us. Also, we are sponsored by We Love Sports, the fantastic app finding you the nearest sports bar showing the latest WWE pay-per-views. We Love Sports has over 400 of the best sports bars and pubs in the UK, not in the US, unfortunately, because it's the US. Come on, guys. And pubs in the UK at your fingertips, and allows you to book front row seats so you don't miss a single second of a WWE pay-per-view. Download the We Love Sports app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Follow We Love Sports on all social media platforms at We Love Sports UK, and check out welovesports.co. Also, go check out WrestleCrate. I love WrestleCrate. Everyone loves WrestleCrate. If you don't love WrestleCrate, what is wrong with you? Use our code TWE Wrestling for a free autograph item when you sign up for a monthly box. Use our code TWN Wrestling at WrestleCrate.co. And alongside me to talk all things last night is Rhys. What's up, Rhys?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here to talk about, that was some episode, right?
It was great. It's just, someone was there that I was not just...
I think I know exactly.
Where were we for SmackDown Live? We were in the greatest country in the world, Vancouver, British Columbia. I love the Vancouver crowd. I don't know about you, but I love the Vancouver crowd. Oh,
they were on something. They were fire all night. They made the show so much better than it was.
I don't know what is weird. Every time they go out the country, but it's when they go out the country, the crowds are so much better because the U.S. crowds are just so shitty. God, we're shitty people.
I think, kind of speaking as someone from the UK, I think because WWE are only over here maybe twice a year, when they're here, it's a big treat. So you just go wild.
Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. The UK crowd, the Vancouver crowd, they're great. So let's start out with who opened the show. It was a beautiful stage for Valentine's Day with a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss and her co-host, Nikki Cross. Which I'm still sad that Nikki Cross is a sidekick. But anyways, she opened the show with a moment of bliss, and she wished everyone a happy Valentine's Day, blah, blah, blah. She went on to talk about her celebrity crushes because it's freaking Alexa. And Nikki Cross wanted to talk about celebrity crushes, and she let Alexa Bliss go first. And Alexa asked if she should reveal hers. But of course, Nikki interrupts her and says, "It's Brad Pitt." And I'm just like, oh, okay. I care why.
Yeah, that was a pretty underwhelming response for that. It's not 2000 anymore.
I don't care. So then they introduce their guest for the night, and it's the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Champion, Miss Carmella. So Carmella comes out, and Alexa Bliss congratulates Carmella, saying, some people say the victory last week was surprising because we haven't heard a lot from Carmella lately, which is true. I was shocked. I was shocked when Carmella won last week. I was shocked because we all know who I wanted to win, Naomi.
To be fair, I think everyone wanted Naomi to win. Carmella's win seemed to come out of absolutely nowhere.
And the fact that Naomi got pinned, but anyway, that was last week. This is this week. Carmella says she loves surprises, and that she will surprise everyone tonight when she takes the title from Bayley later on tonight. And then Alexa starts the whole, how Alexa loves how to do the "this is your life" segments BS, and she started showing pictures of Carmella and Bayley together, because you guys didn't know Carmella and Bayley have been friends since NXT. They were like besties before Sasha came along and replaced her. And Carmella blames the end of their friendship Sasha, who Miss Sasha has literally been MI freaking A. Where is Sasha Banks?
Yeah, I don't know, like, is she injured, or I haven't seen her for a while.
I think she's injured. They said she got injured before the Royal Rumble, so she's kind of just been chilling. She, on the other hand, is all over Instagram saying, "Oh, I'm busy being rich, getting my nails done, blah, blah, blah," because you know how that's how her new gimmick, her new shtick is that I'm rich. And I'm just like, okay, girl. Okay, girl, we get it. You're rich. Good for you. Good for you. So then Carmella goes on and talks about how Bayley has changed since Sasha came back. And out comes the SmackDown Women's Champion, Miss Bayley. Bayley says Carmella is nauseating. And Bayley says this is not about Sasha, it's about Carmella. She says they were friends, best friends, but friends going back to NXT. Bayley goes on and on and on and calls Carmella a loser, of course, adding that she's the most dominating champion we've seen ever. And I'm just like, not with that Karen haircut, where you're not. Not with that Karen haircut, you are not. Alexa,
I feel like they've given the title to Bayley to kind of run the whole slow burn Bayley Sasha, as it slowly disintegrates and falls apart. But it feels like something's just missing when it's just Bayley and Sasha's not there with her.
Right. I mean, she's just kind of a boring champion to me. It's like she's trying way too hard to be Shayna Baszler. Like, that's what she's giving me. She's giving me, like, I'm trying to be Shayna Baszler vibes. Like, she even got the Shayna Baszler haircut. She's trying to be a bitch. And it's just not working. It's not working.
It's so mad that you say that, because when I was watching her promo, I was thinking this is like something Shayna would say. Like, I had that same thought.
It's not working. Like, it's not working for me. Like, Bayley, go back to being, I'm a hugger. Like, trust me, when she first came out and destroyed the Bayley buddies, I was excited. But now I'm just like, oh, girl, now this is boring. Like, no. Sorry. Anyway, so let's continue. So Bayley starts mocking Alexa Bliss, and dear God, you cannot mock Alexa Bliss. Just, you know how that crowd is. Starts mocking her and brings up their recent matches, and the fans start to boo her. Bayley says that nobody can touch her. Carmella gets up in Bayley's face. Carmella says, "Let's fight right here and now." And the fans go nuts, and she drops the mic and heads to the ring. Bayley watches from the stage, and she looks worried. She looks a little scared before she starts walking straight down to the ring. Now, this match, oh my God, is actually really dang on good.
Yeah, I think this match should have closed the show. Like, this should have been the main event.
It was so good, but we all know who won. I mean, we all know who won. It was the way she won. I was just like, oh, girl, I've done that in 2K. I've done that move in 2K. And all I got to say is, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Okay? Easiest way to win. Easiest heel way to win. Put your feet up on the ropes. 1, 2, 3 is over. Ugh. But it was a beautiful match. Especially, like, did y'all see that Hurricane Rana that Carmella did? Carmella does not do those. She does not do those. That was so good. I was so proud of her.
Yeah, like, she hit that perfectly. Like, what does she call it? The Meliga round, is it?
Yeah, the Meliga round. It was so beautiful. I was like, she don't do Hurricane Ranas, but it was so beautiful. So then after the match, Bayley is, holding up her title high in the air. And then the beautiful music of Naomi hits, and here comes Naomi in brand new gear. Mind you, brand new glow gear. She looked amazing. Amazing. She put pink in her hair. Oh, she looks good. She looks so good. And no, stop calling her Foxy Cleopatra. Stop it. Naomi comes out and she gets in Bayley's face, and Bayley puts her finger in her face. And I'm just like, ooh, that's the wrong thing to do with a black woman. Do not put your fingers in a black woman's face, especially Naomi's face. So there's Naomi and Bayley are in each other's faces, and Carmella hits Bayley, accidentally knocking over Naomi. And I'm just like, oh God, no. And Carmella just starts whooping Bayley. And then Naomi comes in with a kick, kicks her in the face. And then they're both in the ring. Bayley's outside of the ring, and they both are looking strong, which I'm just like, okay. So then we get backstage, and Bayley does an interview with, I forgot her name. What is her name? What is that girl's name?
Either Kathy Kelly or Charlie Caruso or Kayla Braxton. I get them all mixed up as well. Kayla, that's her name. Hey,
Kayla! Sorry. Her name's Kayla, because we all know we are losing our sweet, sweet Queen Kathy. I'm very sad that Kathy's leaving. Ugh. That hurts my heart. But we are getting a women's match at Super Showdown, but we don't know who will be against. Bayley says she will be defending her title at Super Showdown. And in my head, I am going, oh, dear God, please do not let it be Naomi. Please do not let it be Naomi. Look. I love Naomi, but she needs her Mania moment. That's it. She needs a Mania moment.
Do you know, I think it's going to be Naomi because Carmella was already the number one contender. They've done something to make it so that it's going to be Naomi, because if they wanted it to be Carmella, they could have just left it as it was.
But why? Like, do you know how much, not dumbing down, but it's just like, do you know how much like stuff Naomi will have to do just to like make sure it's okay for the Saudi show? Because, you know, Naomi has a lot of ass, okay? She has ass and she has abs and she likes to show off her body. So the fact that she won't be able to do that, she won't be able to dance as much because you know how the Saudis are about freaking women. So she'll have to like dumb down her entrance so much. And I'm just like, no, I don't know. No, I don't want that. She doesn't deserve that. No one does. So they deserve a full-on Naomi entrance. And the fact that you won't get that because it's a freaking Saudi show is BS. Period. We go and we see Baron Corbin. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's Baron. It's freaking Baron. Pouring old Baron Corbin. Blah, blah, blah. Same old. Because apparently Baron Corbin humiliated a Roman Reigns fan last week by pouring, what was it, beer? Was it beer all over his head?
Yeah, some kind of liquid, like probably a beer.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh God, you put a fake fan in the crowd. Jesus,
you can tell he was a plant as well because he was wearing like Roman's newest T-shirt, like just clearly a plant.
And apparently he is barred from competing yesterday. He is barred from competing, and we all know how that goes. Fun. So we go to commercial, and we see that he is here. And also we are getting Roman Reigns and a mystery partner versus The Miz and John Morrison in the main event, which I was very excited about. So then we see, they're showing Lacey Evans is going to be doing she's going to be having an interview on SmackDown Live next week. And I'm just like, oh, glory. So then we go backstage and Otis is going on his date with Mandy Rose. And Otis is looking dapper. He is looking so dapper. I was so happy for Otis. I'm like, look at Otis. Yes. So Tucker comes over and says that Mandy is running late, and Tucker tries to calm him down. But Otis starts wondering if Mandy could really like him. Now, y'all know how I feel about Mandy. I don't like that woman. I don't like her. Nope. Don't like her. Anybody with two different color blondes in their head? No. You're not good enough for my Otis. No, girl. No, ma'am. You're done. So then we get a handicap match. Sheamus versus Apollo Crews and Shorty G, because that's what we want to see. That is the match that we all want to see.
Yeah, I don't think anyone came out of this match looking great. I mean, Sheamus picked up the win, but I mean, I think that damaged Shorty G and Apollo. The crowd seemed to love it, though. Like, when Sheamus was celebrating, the crowd were going, like, absolutely crazy.
Because I'm like, so we're just going to keep on pushing the Sheamus? I mean, that's fine, but people, it's Black History Month. Come on. Can Apollo just get one win? Just one? Just one? No? Okay, that's fine. It was an okay match. I wasn't excited for this match. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
I'm kind of not really excited about Sheamus's return. Like, nothing against Sheamus. Like, I like the guy. But I just know that WWE aren't going to do anything exciting with him. Like, I can't see there being an end game here. It's just, Sheamus squashing people for the sake of it at this point.
It's kind of like, I mean, remember when, like, the War Raiders were champions and they were just squashing people week after week after week? That's just how I see it. That's exactly how I see it with Sheamus. Sheamus is just going to be squashing people week after week after week until WWE is like, all right, we're finally going to put you in a storyline. Because right now we have nothing to do, so you're just going to start squashing all the jobbers we have backstage, sittering, catering. That's all that is. So after that match, Kayla stops Carmella backstage and asks what Bayley did. And Carmella said she didn't ask for handouts, but she does deserve a rematch after what happened tonight. She tells WWE and Fox officials to name a time and a place because she will be there and she will be the next SmackDown Women's Champion, which I was just like, okay. So then we see Mandy Rose at the restaurant, the host seats her for the table, blah, blah, blah. And then, we see him, a.k.a. HH. I'm not going to say his freaking name because he doesn't deserve to have a name on this damn show, okay? I'm not saying his name. I'm just going to put AH, okay? I don't like that man. You can say his name, Reese, but I'm not going to say it because I don't care what anyone says.
I won't say it in solidarity.
We go to break and we come back and we get a video package to hype up Goldberg's match with The Fiend. And I'm just like, why is this happening in 2020? I don't know why. Why is this happening in 2020? But anyways, so then we get H Beach Shop, blah, 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 in Tampa. Yeah, gross.
Yeah, I swear Michael Cole said it was his house. And then you saw the background. I'm like, that's clearly some kind of shop.
It was his beach shop that is in Tampa that I know everyone's probably going to be going to when you guys come in here for WrestleMania. I will not be joining you because if I go, I'm going to want to deface it. And I'm not trying to go to jail, especially in Tampa. He asked him and the NWO going to the Hall of Fame class, even though, some people that were in the NWO are not going to be inducted with the NWO, but that's a whole nother freaking story.
All 40 members.
14 members. Yes, all 40 of them deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. All of them. If you're going to put the NWO, put every single person.
You'd have like Buff Bagwell in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he talks about the NWO and says it's for life. I mean, the only club that I know is for life is him and Bullet Club. Michael Cole asked him if Goldberg has a shot at The Fiend, and he talks about feeling the power of Goldberg in the ring and says The Fiend better be careful. Then the screen flickered a few times, and it looks like it was The Fiend. He was interrupted by an NWO-like video paid for by the FFH, the Firefly Funhouse, which I was just like, what? It was amazing. It was so good. I was like, oh God, I love the mind of Bray Wyatt. I love it. So, we see Bray Wyatt walking across the screen with the Universal title like we used to see, him do with the WCW World Heavyweight title. And we go into a Firefly Funhouse segment. Huskus the Pig Boy is there, and Wyatt does his shtick, some comedy. The screen splits, and then he appears. He says that Bray Wyatt is a funny guy with jokes, but it won't be funny when he gets in the ring with Goldberg. Bray gets serious and warns him that he doesn't need jokes. He has a fiend. And he tells Bray Wyatt to be careful because there could be room for him on the wall. And I'm just like, oh, God, I would love for you to go against the Fiend. Please go against the Fiend. Please go against Bray Wyatt, because we all know who Bray Wyatt's... What is she? What is JoJo to him? Girlfriend? Wife? Reese, do you know what she is?
Some kind of partner.
Some kind of partner. We all know who Bray Wyatt is dating now, Miss JoJo. And I would love for Bray Wyatt to take all of JoJo's ancestors and whoop your ass. Please do it. Please do it. Anyway, sorry, got off topic. He tells Bray Wyatt that he could be room for him on the wall. Bray shows us a photo of him with his eyes crossed out like every other one of his victims. And he tells Bray Wyatt he will see him at the Hall of Fame in April. And he walks off. And Bray says the same to him and waves goodbye to Goldberg at the end of the segment. And I'm just like, oh, dear God, something's going to happen at this... That's the thing, the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to the Hall of Fame, so whatever happens. I won't be watching because I'm going to be somewhere in Tampa at a bar drinking. So you'll see me. You'll see me Mania weekend. You'll see me. Well, you guys won't, but everybody else is going Mania weekend. You'll see me. I'll be drunk somewhere. You'll find me. So then we still have Roman Reigns teaming up with a mystery partner. And then we see, Otis is hanging out for his date with Mandy. I still don't get this whole storyline. I don't like it. I don't like it. Reese, how do you feel about Otis and Mandy?
Yeah, I was really hoping that... after building this up for weeks, this would be the big blow off and we'd get, some hilarious segments, just Otis misbehaving in the restaurant. But yeah, no, they seem to be drawing it out now. It's probably quite popular, but they're trying to get as much as they can out of it. I still kind of don't understand though, why if Mandy was running late, why she was still at the restaurant before Otis was.
I'm just like, okay, WWE logic, sure, that's fine, but we all know WWE logic. So then we come back from break and we get a This Week in WWE history video from the WWE Network. And we're looking back at The Rock and the Anonymous GM on February 14, 2011 episode of Raw.
Oh, man, what a great storyline that was.
We all love that storyline. Oh, dear God. Thank God that's over. Michael Cole looks at The Rock's daughter, Simone Johnson, signing with WWE. If you guys did not know that, she is now signed. She has signed her name on the dotted line, and she is here at the Performance Center training every day. I'm excited. To see what they have for her. Hopefully they don't try to make her what her dad is, but I'm excited. We've never seen her wrestle before. She's going to be in NXT. So this should be fun. This should be fun for everybody. I'm excited. Reese, are you excited? I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. I imagine it's going to be a while until we see a debut. I don't know. I don't actually know a lot about her. I didn't even realize The Rock had a daughter until I saw that news. But so I don't know if she's been wrestling already or whether she's kind of starting from scratch, training at NXT.
From scratch, I don't think she's ever wrestled before. I just think she's watched a lot of wrestling, but I don't think she ever professionally trained. So I think this is her first for her. She's kind of like how Bianca Belair, she said she never wrestled a day of her life. And now look at her, holy crap, the girl's a pro. So we'll see. Sorry. So then we go on from the show. Cesaro and Sami Zayn are in the ring now. And I'm just like, oh, dear God, what now? So Sami goes on, talks about how they've been victims of injustice for weeks at the hands of Elias, because Elias is now a very great babyface. Thank God, because dear God, it's hard to hate someone who looks like that. It is so hard. They said they have a protest song for us tonight, and the fans are not buying it. Elias comes out to interrupt, and they begin playing, and the screen is flickering at random times for some odd reason. Fans are cheering for Elias as he comes out. Elias does his thing and asks, who wants to walk with him? And, you know, I always want to walk with Elias because, hello, it's Elias. Sammy isn't happy that Elias is interrupting their protest concert. And Elias says that he's staging a counter protest. And I'm just like, oh, okay, sure. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I mean, that's how it works, right?
So Sammy says any other night he would have his security toss Elias out, but it's cool if Elias has something on his chest tonight. And why Sammy is not wrestling? Why is Sammy not wrestling?
I don't think he's wrestled for about a year now. I don't know if he's injured. He's not even taking bumps. Like he's on shows, but he's not. You know, if you notice, like he's dancing around at ringside, but he's not taking any bumps in the ring at all.
Right. True. I don't know. I thought he was cleared, but I don't know. I don't know. So then Sammy orders his ringside security to let Elias into the ring. Sammy wants Elias close so he can hear this song because a lot of it has to do with Elias, which I'm just like, of course it does. Sammy and Cesaro start their sad attempt at music, but fans interrupt it with a loud chant for Elias. And Sammy tells Cesaro to do less cowbell as he tries to play the ukulele.
I absolutely loved this reference. Tell me you've seen the Saturday Night Live sketch.
I have. Yes, I have.
So I only saw this very recently. Like, we don't have SNL in the UK, but I went down one of those YouTube holes where you just watch random videos, saw this, and just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Do not have Saturday Night Live in the UK.
No, we don't.
What? I have so many questions. I thought, what? Oh my God.
We have like loads of game shows and like the National Lottery and like dating shows. No SNL.
Oh, okay.
TWM podcasts are brought to you by We Love Sport, the fantastic app finding you your nearest sports bar showing the latest WWE pay-per-views. We Love Sport has over 400 of the best sports bars and pubs in the UK at your fingertips and allows you to book front row seats, giving you the best views of the action. You can also check out what sports are being shown over the next 7 days, making sure you don't miss a second of the action. Download the We Love Sport app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Follow We Love Sport on all social media platforms at We Love Sport UK and check out welovesport.co.
TWM Podcasts have joined forces with WrestleCrate, the original and best monthly-themed monthly wrestling subscription service to bring you a fantastic deal. Now, if you use the code TWM Wrestling when you sign up to a monthly subscription at WrestleCrate.co.uk, you will receive a free autographed item inside your first crate. Now, WrestleCrate brings you the best swag from the biggest companies and names in the wrestling world. We're talking t-shirts, photos, pins, DVDs, vinyl figures, and loads more from WWE, Progress, Shakara, NXT, Fight Club Pro, and loads more. That's WrestleCrate.co.uk and use the code TWM Wrestling for a free autographed item, all thanks to WrestleCrate and TWM.
Well, Elias watches from the corner, and he is just amused, and fans are chanting for Elias even louder. And this finally falls apart as Sammy tries to get that, that local heat. I forgot what he said, but he tried to get that, that cheap heat, that cheap local heat, blah, blah, blah. They double down, they double team Elias until the music interrupts, and out comes your new WWE Intercontinental Champion, Braun Strowman. I still don't get why he's champion. I don't get it. I don't. No.
Yeah, it is quite random. And going back to earlier in the show when we were talking about Apollo and Shorty G, I'd love to see those two feuding over the Intercontinental title. Like, I don't feel it really does anything for Braun. Like, he doesn't need it. He's a big deal without it.
I mean, I think he should have won one of the big championships a very long time ago, like, I don't know, the Universal title, the WWE Championship. He should have won it when he was beefing with Brock Lesnar. He should have been won the big one. This small title, like the Intercontinental title, seems like someone for, I don't know, AJ Styles or Shorty, just like you said, one of them. But Braun? No. Nope.
And just going back to something you mentioned at the start there, when the screen was flickering, I actually noticed that a couple of times throughout the show.
I don't know what was going on. I thought it was something wrong with my TV. I was just like, there's something wrong with my TV? Why am I getting so much freaking static? I don't get it.
So I've seen someone on Twitter actually analysed it, and it was the exact same flickering each time, which kind of suggests that someone's put it in there, as well as Killer Cross put out a tweet earlier in the day saying that him and Scarlett recommend we all watch SmackDown. So there's a theory going around that that's what it could be.
That you think that he's appearing on SmackDown? So he's just gonna bypass NXT and just go straight on main roster?
Well, I mean, I guess it has been done before, and he's kind of wrestled quite a lot on some pretty big stages. Like, he's not your normal indie wrestler. Like, he's kind of a big deal.
No, but there's a lot of fans that probably have no idea who the hell he is. A lot of people don't know who the hell he is. I mean, I think it would be a good idea for him to go to NXT first, just in case, like, hey, do you know who Killer Cross is? No? Well, here's a guy that, we want it, that WWE want it, here, shove him down your freaking throat. And his wife, who wants to make wrestling sexy again. Nah. I think they should go to NXT first, but that's very good theory. I thought something wrong with my TV. I thought Kevin Dunn was in the production truck just pushing buttons for no freaking reason and making the TV go static. I'm like, Dunn, do your job. Are you drunk? Literally, I'm like, Kevin Dunn, stop pushing buttons. Stop pushing buttons. Do your job.
I mean, I guess we'll have to watch next week and see if it happens again, if it's more often, if it's if it's something else.
If he shows up on SmackDown Live is going to be stacked. Stacked, I tell you, stacked.
It could just be another case of there actually was production problems and everyone's just getting a little carried away.
Mm-hmm. Or everyone could be right, and Killer Cross could be bypassing NXT straight on a main roster. I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, Braun Strowman is heading down to the ring, and he's just taking everyone one by one. He's taking out security. Braun Strowman hits the ring and ends up chasing Sammy around the ring like he usually does. You guys know how he does it. He chases someone around and then hits them with a big old, cross. That ends up chasing Sammy around, backing him up the ramp, and security comes in from behind and hits Strowman. And Strowman chases him back into the ring where Elias is. They both launch the security guard out of the ring onto the other guards, because I'm just gonna throw this guy onto the other guys. We all love that. Sammy watches and laughs. That could have hurt And Strowman and Elias are standing tall in the ring as we go to a replay. And I'm just like, does anybody remember when Braun Strowman and Elias actually were in a storyline together? Like, they were actually fine. Does anybody else remember that shit? Or is it just me? Is it just me? Like, what?
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember that.
How do you not remember? We got like the greatest gif of all time is Braun Strowman playing that musical instrument that I don't know the name of, and he's like, "You're gonna get these hands."
Oh, that was quite recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was either last year or the year before. I can't remember like what year it was, but yeah, it was very recent, and it was hilarious. I replayed that like 5-10 times. It was the most funniest shit in the world when they just started hitting each other with musical instruments. So I'm just like, oh God, this has Vince's grimy little fingers all over this shit. It was great. So then we see Caleb stops Naomi backstage for comments, and she goes on about how she's tired of Bayley. Naomi says that the glow is real, and she will be the next SmackDown Women's Champion. And I am just over here in my room going, yes! Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And when you do, you're going to bring back the glow belt that everybody says was a toy, but they went on and they bought that $6,000 Bray Wyatt face title.
Have you seen they've dropped the price of that title now to, I think it's like on sale for half price.
Yeah, I think it went down to like the regular prices that all the titles are, which is like $400. I'm just like, oh, so I see that nobody was buying that $6,000 title because nobody wanted that stupid, ugly piece of crap. So we still see Mandy Rose at the restaurant. I'm just like, oh dear God, this is a long ass date. God damn. So then we go to commercial and we're back from break and we get the hype up for John Cena is returning to the WWE ring. And I'm just like, oh, he has time for his very busy Hollywood schedule to come back home? What? Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm excited. We haven't seen John Cena since Mania? Yeah, we haven't seen John Cena since he's shown up at Mania.
I think wasn't he on when he? This could have been Mania actually. When he ridiculed the Usos.
Yeah, that's the last time we saw him. I thought it was just when he came out and ridiculed the Usos for going to jail for being drunk. We all know that story. They're clean now. They're fine. Everyone's great. Okay, everyone's great.
But they're not allowed in Canada.
And if you guys have not seen John Morrison's Twitter, John Morrison actually brought that up and how they're barred from Canada. And everyone's just like, okay, John, get that cheap heat. Get that cheap heat. Get that easy cheap heat. So then the announcers show us a video package with the events finally leading up to tonight's date between Mandy and Otis. And we go back to the restaurant where Mandy has been sitting for the past 2 hours. And I'm just like, God damn, girl, they would have probably kicked you out the restaurant by now. You've been sitting there for 2 hours and the only thing you freaking ordered was water. Girl. So Otis walks in and asks if the host has seen a peach. And I'm just like, Otis, that's not how you ask for someone. You ask, have you seen a woman with 2 color blondes in her hair? Yeah, she's sitting over there. Otis points to where Mandy is, but he's nervous. But he finally walks over after hesitating. And we go back to Mandy, and we see a hand on Mandy's shoulder. And she goes, oh, Otis. And we look up, and it's Dolph Ziggler. And I'm just like, oh, you asshole. You asshole. I was like, no. Like in my head, I was just like, this is like every romantic movie ever.
You just feel like everyone who's watching, all their hearts just breaking simultaneously at that moment.
Oh, God, I wanted to cry. Otis is coming around a corner. He sees Dolph Ziggler standing there. He looks disappointed and slowly drops the flowers. I'm just like, oh, no. Otis! Oh no! I was so sad. I was so sad. And he walks off just, so sad. He's like someone took his toy. He looks like a child whose toy has been taken away from him. I felt horrible. I wanted to be like, Vince, you jackass! You're probably somewhere in freaking Gorilla laughing because you're a jerk.
I want to know
so
how Mandy has got 2 weeks in a row off of work.
But that's a whole other episode. Mandy can't wrestle because Mandy be botching.
Do you know, I have a theory about this. I think Ziggler texted Otis pretending to be Mandy to say that he was going to be late. Because...
But how the heck did he get Mandy's phone?
I don't know.
How did he get Mandy's phone so he could text her? That's a good theory, but I don't think it works.
I'm just trying to think how she could have been there early while Otis thought she was going to be late. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things we're going to have to tune in next week to see where they go with it.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't like it. I mean, I like Dolph because Dolph likes black girls. So, but I don't like Dolph, Mandy, Otis. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. So then we go to commercial. We go back from commercial, and Michael Cole is talking about how WrestleMania 37 is going to Hollywood, California. And I'm just like, I will not be attending because if you guys did not know, I live in Florida. California is all the way on the other side of the freaking country. That's an expensive 5-hour plane ride. I'm not doing it. So, yeah, y'all have fun with that. Not doing it. So then we go to the ring for tonight's main event, and out comes The Miz and John Morrison. Miz and Morrison takes the mic and, of course, start knocking the Usos, mentioning how they aren't here tonight. And Miz say they've been back for 1 month and already have cousin Roman Reigns fighting their battles. Miz talks about how he's always here every single episode and the fans boo, and John Morrison tells them not to boo, and the Miz praises John Morrison, and they talk trash about the New Day ahead of their match at Super Showdown. So then music interrupts and out comes the big dog, Roman Reigns. Raymond stops on the stage, gets his fireworks, because we all know they got that Fox money. Pyro. And Michael Cole leads us on a video package, because we all love video packages, about Roman Reigns versus the King Corbin that we all freaking love, right? We all love Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin for 2 fucking months.
2 years.
Jesus, end it. So then Roman faces off with The Miz and John Morrison as he waits for his mystery partner. So then the music finally hits on his yes chance, and out comes young ass Daniel Bryan. What year is it that Daniel Bryan looks like this?
Do you know so many things in this show made you think it was years ago? But the Brad Pitt reference, the cowbell reference, the Goldberg, him,
John Morrison. Excuse me, what year is it? Is it 2020 or is it the early 2000s again? What year am I watching WWE? Whatever. So Daniel Bryan's wrapping up his entrance as we see King Corbin is walking down the steps in the crowd because King Corbin has bought a ticket to the show. Of course, because if you're barred from the show, you just buy a ticket. Okay, AEW, we see you. We see you, Mr. I have a ticket. I see you, WWE. You've been watching AEW. It's okay. We won't tell nobody. Yes, we will. We'll tell all of Twitter. All of Twitter knew. I knew. Everyone knew. Okay. I see you. I see you. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just know all the AEW fans are going to say that you're trying to copy off of Jericho, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has a seat. It's like front row. So yeah, it was great. Fine. Whatever.
And he's dressed in full king costume as well.
Yes, he is. And I'm just like, oh, dude.
Security were probably like, oh, look at this fan. He's dressed up as Baron Corbin.
What? I'm sorry. Like, this whole thing, I'm just like, didn't they do this in AEW? That's the only thing I was thinking of. I'm just like, didn't Jericho do this with his whole crew because he couldn't be in the ring, so he actually bought a ticket to the show? That's all I could think of. I'm just like, what the fuck? But it's fine. It's fine. This match, I thought it was really, really good. Daniel Bryan has he does good with John Morrison. Like, I don't know if y'all caught that, but he does good. He does really, really good. Right?
Yeah,
Reese, what did you think of this match?
It was a good match, and I think Morrison's been really impressive since returning. I think I don't know what most people were kind of expecting of him, but I think a lot of people have been really pleasantly surprised with the performances he's been putting in. The only criticism I'd have of this match is I don't really understand why they build it as Roman and a mystery partner, where I think Daniel Bryan is a big enough deal that if they'd have said Roman and Bryan against Miz and Morrison, that would have got me more excited. And it's not like they've not teamed together before. Since moving to Fox, I think this is like the fourth time those two have teamed together.
The fact that they didn't announce Daniel Bryan, it was cool with me. But, I understand, Daniel Bryan's a huge name. So we would have said Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Everyone would have been excited for the match. But the fact that they waited until, the main event to finally say, oh, it's Daniel Bryan, had everyone, on their feet thinking, oh, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? I like surprises. At the waiting, I didn't care. I thought it was going to be somebody like small. I didn't think it was Daniel Bryan. I really did not think it would be Daniel Bryan, but it was Daniel Bryan. I was pleasantly surprised. So he did good. He did really, really freaking good in this match. Like, God, Jesus, the man is amazing. So glad he's back. Oh, God. Really didn't think he would ever come back. But then again, no one, no is never means no. I mean, look at fucking Edge. Jesus. What year is it, man? Jesus.
It's like,
ends with...
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, it's like... It's 2019, and then when it gets to the 90, when it goes to the next one, it just resets back to what it was. Like, instead of going to 20, it's like got to the end of it can only count up to 19, and now it's gone back.
Exactly. I was like, God damn, what year is it? We got John Morrison wrestling, Daniel Bryan's wrestling, freaking Edge is wrestling. What year am I in? What? So then we end this match by Miz mocking the yes chant that he waits for Roman Reigns to get up. Roman Reigns meets him with a Superman punch, and he follows it up with a spear to pin the Miz for the win. So then after the match, King Corbin rushes the ring and drops Roman Reigns with a scepter shot to the back of the neck. And Baron Corbin works Reigns over before retreating to his caravan as his music plays. And SmackDown on Fox goes off the air as Roman Reigns recovers while Baron Corbin stands tall on his caravan. And that is how we end the show. And I was just like, oh, great. It's not over yet. Why end this stupid storyline? God, end it.
I don't know why, if Corbin's excuse for being in the arena was that he was a fan that bought a ticket, why security didn't take him out when he jumped into a ring.
I don't know.
And also, I guess this also makes and Bryan the number one contenders now, seeing as Miz and Morrison were the number one contenders.
Yeah, they're number one contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So does that mean that Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan are a tag team now? Are they going for the championship?
I mean, I could get behind that. That would be pretty cool.
They love making makeshift tag teams. I guess this is one I can get behind. I guess. So sure, I'm totally for another makeshift tag team. I mean, Roman's not doing anything. Daniel damn sure isn't doing anything. I'm sure for it. Sure. As long as they drop it before Elimination Chamber. That's it. As long as they drop those titles before Elimination Chamber, I'm so for it. Because you guys know, after Super Showdown, because we don't watch that Saudi shit, it's Elimination Chamber, which I'm excited for. So I think that does it for this episode. So, yep, that does it for this week's episode of Smack Talk. If you want to keep across with everything we do, all of our social medias are TWM Russell. We got stuff from WWE, NXT, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, British Wrestling, International Wrestling, and loads more. Reese, what is all your social medias? Go ahead, plug it.
So you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Reese Teddy. That's Reese with a H and a Y.
And follow me at Smiley Baby Boo. That's Smiley B-I Boo. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with more Smack Talk. Bye, you guys.